Hey, what's up, y'all? So, long time no see. About 2 months after my last video, I had a nearly fatal motorcycle crash. So I've spent the last 2 years in recovery. That's why the channel, I just stopped making videos. I lived. Make sure you wear gear. Saved my life. I've made a new channel where I just drive around on my scooter and I just yap about stuff. And I just made a video that was mostly about the Rogue and my journey with it. So I figured it'd be a good chance to update this channel, let you all know what happened, and I'll attach that video to the end of this little intro here. The channel's called Backroad Scootin', where I just drive around on back roads and I just yap about stuff. So if you want to, check it out and come hang out. That'd be cool. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks. See ya.
Because he had suggested, I was like, well, what do you think I should do? And he just goes, get a new gun. And this custom barrel I got is just a $600 paperweight. My Draco. Dude, I don't care if it's a meme gun, weapon of choice for Chicago's finest. You know, I don't care. It's a sick gun. Don't get too cute with your guns. That's what I've found 5 years deep into this hobby now. It's not like a groundbreaking revelation, but I'll just share my experience, right? Like I have a pretty bougie gun, and I have some cheap guns. The bougie gun in question is a Patriot Ordnance Factory Rogue, which, if you don't know, is it's a ultralight battle rifle. It's kind of positioned as a hunting rifle. But it's everyone who gets it is. That's really what you're going for. You're making an ultralight battle rifle because in its stock config, its unloaded weight is 5.9 pounds for a 308, a 16-inch 308. 5.9 pounds. Where the hell am I? 5.9 pounds is like 2 pounds less than mil-spec ARs, and it's a 30 cal. You know, sick gun. It's so cool. But man, it has been a project. Out of the box, it was extremely picky with ammo. It would stovepipe all the time. It was wildly inaccurate with certain ammo. I mean, like 15 MOA. Like at 25 yards, you would be getting like a 7-inch group with what is that, 150 grain AAC, just junk ammo. But you put 168 grain Spear Gold Dot into it, and that tightens up to like a 2-inch group at 25. Just still terrible. And 118 LR, which is 175 grain, was much better. It was, you know, basically kind of like what you're expecting from the gun. So it was hyper picky with ammo. It only likes big heavy bullets. And stock, it doesn't come with a adjustable gas block, which is an issue with that gun because it is so finely tuned. And you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, some people, like Nut and Fancy, has this attitude. A lot of people have this attitude, which to this day confuses me. They assume that the the super expensive guns should run any ammo. Your $20,000 Knight's Armament gun should be able to run rusty steel case 100-year-old ammo and with no problem. And that's just not like, you don't put 85 leaded gasoline into a Lamborghini. Like, the tighter the tolerance is, the more machining, the more complex and refined and specialized a gun is, the more ammo picky it tends to be, I find. I am into this gun for like $8,000 at this point. I've done so much. I've tried, 8 different optic setups. I got a can for it. I got a nice optic for it. I kept the trigger the same because the trigger that comes with it is really good, actually. But all this to say, right, is that I've had this gun for 4 years now. And right now, it is under my bed, completely inop. Just utterly, like, broken right now. Whereas all my cheap guns, like the most expensive of them being a Draco, because it costs like $700, all my cheap guns are working perfectly. They're zeroed, they never jam, they're great, The Rogue is in-up because I wanted to turn it into kind of a clone of the MRGG program, which is to say a shorty 6.5 Creedmoor. So I bought a 14.5-inch 6.5 Creedmoor barrel for the Rogue. And the company that I bought it from, the dude convinced me, well, he didn't convince me, but he was just like, you should get an intermediate gas length. And I was like, what's that? And he said, it's like what a Noveski and Knights use. It's it's longer than mid-length, so it'll kind of be like a dissipator. It'll reduce recoil even more. And I was like, hell yeah, I was thinking, listen, in for a penny, in for a pound. If I'm getting a whole new barrel and I'm changing this gun and I'm making it like into a project thing, I should go all the way. I should, custom kind of rare gas length thing, super minimal recoil. That sounds great. It's been a fucking nightmare. It's been a nightmare. The guy, I sent the guy my gas block because I'm trying not to get riled up about this. After I get the barrel, I noticed there's no gas tubes in the box, which we had explicitly talked about. Like in a half-hour-long phone conversation with this guy on what to get, what I wanted, what I was trying to accomplish. He said, "Oh, okay, yeah. I'll send along some gas tubes with it." Barrel shows up, no gas tubes. I reach out, I say, "Hey, no gas tubes, man." And he says, "Oh yeah, well that's a special gun and blah." Like it was like he didn't remember the half-hour-long conversation we had about this thing. And he says, "Send me your dictator, your adjustable gas block, and I'll make a custom tube for it." Okay, send it in. A month goes by. I just email and say, "Hey, any update?" Very polite, because my gun is basically being held hostage at this point, right? Like if I scream at this guy, he can tell me to go to hell, and I'm just completely fucked, So I'm just being polite, and I'm just like, "Hey, any update? What's going on?" No response. Day later, email shipping notification with no message. Just item has shipped. Okay. It gets to me. It's broken. It's just fucking. You just fucking broke the gas block. Like the tube is in there, but you can't like. You have to like put like 20 pounds of pressure on the little. Oh my god. Hell yeah. You have to put 20 pounds just to turn the fucking thing when the... I have another one, another dictator, that just goes click, 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 click. It's very light, doesn't require any force at all. So I don't know what he did, but it doesn't work. I take it to a very good gunsmith, Meridian Ordnance. Not just like some random dude in a hole in a wall, like an actual proper ass gunsmith. And he does not like my gun at all. That's a whole other story. But he fucking hates that gun. It's so funny, man. He's a National Guard armorer. And he's an AK guy, and he's a Glock guy. He doesn't like fancy stuff, you know. And after like my 5th trip there, because he had suggested, I was like, well, what do you think I should do? And he just goes, get a new gun. And after like the 5th trip, I'm like, dude, why do you hate my gun so much? And he goes, I don't. I just like guns that work. I was like, fuck. But it's fine. But he couldn't get it working. He gave it an honest try. You know, he put a couple rounds through it. He tried sizing the tube and getting it in there and bulging it, and like he gave it a try, and he couldn't get it working. He was like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. He didn't charge me either. It's like an hour of labor, but he was like, no, I didn't get it working. And really good guy, Meridian Ordnance. And so he says, what I would do if you're insisting on using that barrel, he says you should contact POF and see if you can send it to them with the barrel and see if they'll cut you a custom fitted gas tube, because I don't know the specs. I don't know how far into the block it's supposed to go. I don't know how far into the gas key it's supposed to go. So I'm just kind of guessing here, you know. And I was like, right, that makes sense. Okay. I call POF. They say no, basically. They're like, no, we don't do that. Sorry. If you get it working, let us know. Sounds cool. Where'd you get that barrel? They'd never heard of the company. Even though there aren't that many companies offering barrels for the Rogue. It's a pretty niche thing. So, and that's kind of where I'm at. I don't have the money to like, it'll probably only be a couple $100, but I can't afford it right now. Because I'm basically at the point where, like, okay, I just need to put the old stock barrel back on, and this custom barrel I got is just a $600 paperweight. Awesome. So cool. So this is my first foray into really trying to get cute with a gun. 3 out of 10. I've managed to get it to cycle like twice. I tried like 10 rounds, and every time it wouldn't, like the bolt, the BCG, the bolt wouldn't unlock. And I was like, is it possible that like the back face of the lugs in the new barrel need to be polished or something like that? And Mike was just like, no, it's gas. It's just the gas, man. It's just the gas. I see this all the time. Just accept it. This is a gas problem. So that's what happened when I tried to get cute with my stock $2,000 gun. Is it's now just utterly inop, sitting under my bed, broken. Contrary-wise, my Draco, which I got for like $700, they're generally like what are they? 1,000 when they're not on sale. My Draco, man, I've changed the furniture on it and I put a side rail on it, and that's it. And dude, I don't care if it's a meme gun. I don't care if it's the friggin' weapon of choice for Chicago's finest. You know, I don't care. It's a sick gun, and I have the 12.5-inch version, and I have put at this point probably 600, 700 rounds through it, and it has never had a malfunction of any kind. Not one. It has never failed to go bang. It has never failed to extract, never failed to seat. It has never failed in any single way. And I'm putting shitty ammo through it. Like, I am not feeding it a gourmet diet. It just runs. Like my my shotgun. I have a Winchester 1300. Got way back in 2020, long before I knew Nutton's love for that gun. Although that was really gratifying to have my choice affirmed. It always is, right? That old pump has never failed. Plenty do. Shotguns can have problems. I'm not saying they never do. Mine just hasn't. And I got it for like $300 at a pawn shop. My sub 2Ks, plural, have never malfunctioned. I have I have 1 and 9. I have 2 and 9 mil, whatever. I have 1 and 9, and I have 1 and 5.7. The 5.7 one has had the extract issue that basically all 5.7 guns have. And when I actually called Kel-Tec and asked about this, because it happened with the P50 that I had briefly, lost in my friggin' accident. Oh, they paved it nice. This was all gravel before. It was sketchy. I was talking to the tech at Kel-Tec, and he said, you know, because of the shell casing lube and all that kind of stuff, that what he does is after taking out any 5.7 gun for, you know, shooting it, when he gets home, he hits the barrel with a brush. He doesn't like lube it or anything like that. He just hits the chamber of the barrel with a wire brush, and he says that fixes it. He's never had it fail to extract again. That's a peculiarity of the cartridge, not the sub 2K. Don't get cute with your guns. That's the point of this, okay? I'm not saying only get cheap guns. Go ahead and spend the money if you got it on something nice, but don't immediately change it, you know? It's like buying a Lambo and being like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna change all the aero. Like, what are you talking about? Just believe it or not, the engineers actually, you know, they had reasons for doing what they did.